it's really a challenge for UP and for the Bulacan squad on the other end with Coach Tony Tayao. As we look at the starting lineups on your screens, it's really a good matchup because UP is also made up of all these young players lacking experience, which is basically exactly the situation for Malolos.
Well, UP right now has an opportunity to get better from their Team B squad, and their Team B squad primarily does a lot of the plays for the Team A, and they try to emulate the other teams. And so this is a perfect opportunity for them, and also for Team Malolos.
Well, early shot inside for Tecujo. That was a miss. Malolos gets it inside, and the reverse is too strong. Scramble for the loose ball. Our referee says the ball stays with the red and yellow shirts of Malolos. And that guy on your screen is very familiar to Filipino basketball fans. Should be. 6'8" center, played out of St. Francis of Assisi University, and was in the PBA for a number of years, almost, I think, a decade.
Yes, he's got a great touch. Irvin Soto has a great touch from outside. He's played some good defense, and he's a smart player out there, so it's a good addition for Malolos Bulsu squad.
Well, easily the most senior player among all the 10, maybe all the 24 players on both squads is Irwin Soto. Another miss on the part of UP, and Malolos is on the attack. That's number 7, Paul Vincent de la Cruz. They're passing that ball around the top, trying to look for an opening. And on the drive, that's a foul as Malolos tried to attack towards the baseline.
That's a foul on Paulo Romero.
Paulo Romero called for his first personal, and this guy, number 11 for Malolos, that's Ernest Reyes. He'll do the inbound from the baseline. Goes all the way out to Soto. Quick pass inside, what a nice find. And you were talking about that just a while ago. He brings a lot of veteran smarts and a good passing touch right in there.
Well, he's not the type of person to force a play. He lets the play come to him. And with that, he has also a soft outside shooting touch. Very, very good for Irvin Soto, finding him down low.
Outside shot. That's a miss from Raymart Sablan. Scramble inside. Tecujo trying to keep it alive.
Now UP Fighting Maroons are active on the offensive rebounds. Tecujo, most especially, very active.
Paulo Romero lofted out of bounds, however, so still no score for UP so far. Here's Soto. He'll get a lot of touches and probably have the green light to take shots like that. That's a miss. But once again, UP unable to get to clear the defensive boards, and another possession for Malolos. And for a young squad like the UP Maroons, if you're Coach Gingerich, you have to emphasize the fact that you need to get those rebounds because you're giving this other team opportunities to score.
Of course, rebounds are opportunities, and you can't run if you don't have the ball. So emphasis on rebounds for Team UP, and also for Team Malolos.
Go inside, Romero, turnaround jumper. Bounces long. There's a push from behind. Tecujo looking for a foul. No call from the referee before crossing the timeline. A foul is drawn immediately by number 13. That's Dominic Fajardo. Abarcar called for a foul. And if you're Coach Gingerich, you're concerned about the foul situation of Abarcar. Even if it's early, that's his first. Because Abarcar in their last ball game, 38 points. The little guy was really scoring at will.
Well, he shows right there he's very talented. And coaches know how to take advantage of talented players.
That's a 3 from UP for their first points of the game. That's Lorenzo Batad hitting it from the right side.
Oh, that's a transition 3 right there. And what made up for it also, again, on a defensive end, Tecujo drawing that offensive foul.
So it's a turnover forced by UP. Chance to take the lead on this possession. 4-3 early score. 7:24 remaining in the first quarter of action. Romero goes over to Batad. Sablan. Batad all the way around, takes that jumper from the left. No go. And here come Malolos in a rush. Lots of contact on that play. And drawing that foul again against UP is Ernest Reyes. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Malolos looking to run early here. As soon as they get the rebound, they're off to the races. UP has to come out there and work on their transition defense. You have to get numbers back. Every time a shot is up, you have to box out, get the rebound, and get the guys back.
Miss, however, on the first free throw. And it's something we've noticed, you know, looking at the games of the FBA in the past 3 play dates. Lots of improvement as far as free throws are concerned for a lot of the players. So that's one of the things that they need to work on.
As the games go by, these players are going to adjust also to the game. So their shooting touch, their rhythm, their timing, it's all going to be adjusted, and they're all going to start making their shots one way or the other.
Trying to get another offensive rebound was Tekuju, but he fouled Erwin Soto. And Soto really, you know, doing work here in the first few minutes of this game. We were talking to him earlier, and he's a bit concerned because, you know, he knows he's put on a bit of weight since playing actively in the PBA. So let's watch him and see how long he can last before asking for a substitution.
Yeah, Irvin, like I said, Irvin is a smart player. He knows how to handle his body. He knows how to time himself on the jumps. You know, he doesn't have unnecessary movements. So that's what you actually call a veteran move.
Exactly, gets that foul there. Now he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Coming in for Romero is Darwish Bederi for the UP Fighting Maroons. And Erwin Soto, the veteran. You know, can't say enough about this guy. It was a surprise for some to see him here. He banks the first free throw, you know, and you know, he does have a good shooting touch, so he probably did that on purpose.
Yeah. Erwin Soto banks in his free throw.
And misses the second.
He should have banked in the second one
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah, you should tell him that later at halftime. But now sporting the beard.
The beard.
The balbas sarado look for Erwin Soto.
Fear the beard.
You might think he'd want to shave that off to try to look as young as some of his teammates and his opponents here in the FBA. But another rebound for Erwin Soto. So really a presence so far for Malolos. Reyes on the drive once again. Wanted to go glass. That was a bit short. Tekuju the rebound. UP will attack. Abarkar. Tekuju in the lane, and he walked with that. Forgot to put the ball on the floor to make his move.
UP looking to run here early, but unfortunately they got called for traveling. Like you said, Tekuju forgot to put the ball on the floor, but UP looking aggressive on offense.
It's still just 1 basket for them, however, a 3-pointer a while ago. Move inside by the little guy, and UP was able to thwart that. Outside shot doesn't go. They're fighting for the rebound. Reyes gets it. De La Cruz rushing up the court, getting the contact straight into the chest of the defender. And he knew that whistle was going to blow. Didn't get the basket, but a chance to get 2 from the line.
Well, De La Cruz saw the open lane go into the basket, and he only had 1 defender that he knew he could take. So he took advantage of it and got the foul.
4.5 minutes into this first quarter of action, UP calls a timeout. They're down by 3 to Malolos. At the line for Malolos State University, they're called the Mighty Bulsu. Is De La Cruz. He makes the first free throw.
You know, I like De La Cruz's tenacity and aggressiveness going to the basket. You know, he sees a defender backpedaling, and he's a smart player. He sees that, and he's going to go right ahead and attack him in different angles.
And Malolos really giving UP a hard time. I mean, they've had their share of attempts from the outside, none inside, except that early shot from Tekuju, which missed it. And this one, second jumper, hit nothing but air. And once again, in transition, there's Malolos, short on that floater. But this is the thing, UP gets that ball, but the red shirts are there in transition, and then they steal the ball right back.
It's a turnover right there. He should give that to a guard already. Let the guard set up the table for his team.
And look at that scramble for the loose ball among the little guys. That's going to be a loose ball foul on number 8. Oh, number 7. They're calling it on Paul Vincent De La Cruz, or was that Kenneth Reyes?
That's Coquilla, I believe. Number 7 for UP.
But no free throws yet. It's UP that's already in the penalty situation early. Before the 5-minute mark, they were already there. So it's going to be free throws the rest of the way for Malolos. But UP now with the possession.
Yep, Malolos here now in a zone. They've been displaying zone the last 3-4 plays. Seems to be working as UP can't make their outside jump shots.
They're even having a hard time getting an attempt off as Tekuju too far from the basket. Nice pass, but a look away. They want to go inside underneath. The spin. That's a miss. And Erwin Soto grabbing that, using his height.
You know, smart play by Erwin Soto there. All he had to do was just put his hands up. He didn't even have to jump for that, and the ball came right at him.
Here's Reyes. There's the drive. Erwin Soto, the handoff. Too strong on that jumper. And look at that aggressive defense, really just giving UP a hard time, even coming down that court.
You know, Malolos, they're always in the pressuring the passing lanes, and that's very important. You pressure the passing lanes, the offense will extend out. It's going to be a little bit harder to catch the ball.
Espanola goes over to Batad. Batad's jumper no go. Rather, that was Bederi.
And there he is again. Tekuju, aggressive towards the offensive rebounds. Got called. Erwin Soto got called for the foul on that one.
Well, that's what's keeping them more or less competitive in this game, is that drive to go for the loose balls, getting offensive rebounds. Although they've only had one field goal so far in this game, they're playing aggressively, and Malolos is also being given a hard time on the other side.
Well, Malolos here now, still in the zone.
Espanola goes to the corner.
Now in their small ball.
Outside shot, Espanola. He was open, but he back rimmed it. And two white shirts fighting for that ball. It fell into the hands of Reyes, who was just standing there.
Bederi almost had that rebound secured, but unfortunately, him and Kokia, fought for the same ball.
Here's Kenneth Reyes. There are two Reyeses in the lineup of Malolos.
That's a great box out sequence there by UP. UP looking to run now.
Espanola showing some dribbling skills.
You know, one thing about defensive playing zone on defense, you have to attack the gaps. You have to make the players come at you, draw the defenders to you, and then when somebody else will be open, kick it out.
Under 3 minutes remain here in the first quarter. Malolos is up 7-3, giving UP a hard time on offense. This is the FBA, and UP really difficult time here in the first quarter so far, shooting-wise, Don. If you look at the statistics, you were telling me just a while ago, 1 out of 14 from the field.
UP is not in rhythm taking those shots. It's all 4 shots. And now they take it into the middle and they score. Easy basket.
Good shot from Darwish Bederi. Coming out of that timeout, something that Mo Gingerich probably drew up, and they were able to execute it, finally breaking out of that 3 points that they had for about 7 minutes. Here's UP trying to get back-to-back hoops. Almost rolled out, not using the board on that play, but finally fell in on that fast break.
Perez with the fast break attempt, and he also scored on that one, but that came from playing good defense. When you play good defense, you get momentum on offense.
Here's another chance for UP, but it's stolen from behind. Espanola not expecting Reyes to sneak up from behind. Pass goes ahead, side jumper. That's a miss.
Now both teams, UP is now 2 out of 15, 3 out of 16, in the field goal attempts and made. Malolos at the same time, they're only 2 for 14. So both teams are struggling right now.
And then they're now tied at 7 with 1 minute and 57 remaining in the first quarter. So it's been a difficult time on offense for both of these teams. And you see the coaches shuffling their players, trying to find someone they can put into the game who might be able to score. Pagia in the ball game now for Malolos. Saw him on your screens a while ago, but because of the foul trouble, the early penalty of UP on that loose ball foul at the line right now is Marlon Monte for 2 free throws.
Well, right now both teams are struggling with their field goal percentage. So what both teams has to do is they have to take care of the ball first. They have to run the play, have execute their plays, and get a good shot every single time down the floor. They can't be all over the place and just have one pass and one shot. You got to be careful on how you execute your plays, because that's the only way for you to get good shots.
Malolos grabbing the lead back on the split, 8-7 right now. Espanola goes to the other side. Kokia in the corner, makes his move, leans in. Tried to use the glass, too strong, and here come Malolos once again. shifty move. Tipped away. Ball will stay on the side of Malolos Bulsu. It's going to be a baseline inbound for them.
Lucky break there for Malolos. UP complaining for Hardo, lost it out of bounds.
Nice pass inside, too strong. He gets it right back, however. Might have been fouled on that layup attempt, but it was blocked away upstairs. And, you know, UP having a hard time getting this possession back. Here's the move, Monte. Aggressive to the hoop was Marlon Monte. It looks like he's going to go back to the line for 2 more free throws. Split just a while ago, but really low scoring here in quarter number 1, Don. 2 teams really struggling from the field.
Well, on that play there, but there you saw him waiting for number 4 of Malolos, Monte, driving straight at him. Now, if Baderi had more, he had more experience with him. He saw a player running full speed at him. He can take a charge.
Right. Just hold your ground.
He can turn that into an opportunity. Stand your ground, and when he runs into you, hey, all you have to do is just fall back.
Sell the call, yeah.
Sell it, yes.
To the referees. Monte with 3 straight free throws gives his team a 3-point lead, and that's a miss from Kokia from the side. And here they come again. You know, no setting it up anymore, Don. When they get that ball, they just want to attack right away. That's an outside shot. Top of the key 3 from Dominic Fajardo.
So that's a good shot. They run, they see if they have numbers. If they don't have numbers, they pull it out and they swung it to the top and drains it for 3.
Now a 6-point lead for Malolos after UP had tied it up. Kokia obviously is a 3-point shooter. They're trying to set him up from there. Missed one from the right side a while ago. The hook goes to Bederi. Bederi's jumper. And they ran out of time on the shot clock because that earlier shot did not hit the rim.
Well, at least from that sequence, Bederi had a good shot. It's just unfortunate he wasn't able to hit the ring. And 24-second shot clock violation was called.
Batad is back in the game for the UP Maroons as Kokia finds a seat on the bench. Monte going right. And an offensive foul is called. That's going to be a number 15, Marco Palagtas.
Now, one thing about pick and roll is it's a two-way communication street. So you have to wait for the guy dribbling the ball. You have to wait for your screener to set his feet. If you don't, it's not his fault. That is your fault.
On that play, they were caught. It happened right in front of the referee. Here's Bederi. Wanted to go baseline. Not expecting it at all was Batad.
Now,
and another miscue.
So, these games are very important for, of course, UP Fighting Maroons Team B. This gains them and gives them exposure. It gives them exposure, gives them confidence, and it's better for the team and overall for the player itself to develop yourself.
There was a substitution. Darwish Bederi is replaced now by Yap, who comes into the game and sporting a hairstyle which has been quite popular nowadays, that man bun that they call it. So you have guys even in the pros who are wearing that type.
Yeah.
And time expires on quarter number 1. Low scoring. It was tied at 7 for some time. 6-0 blast to end quarter number 1 for Malolos to give them a 13-7 lead at the end of 1.